Hello everyone. I'm so excited today to introduce to you this new video series based on my new released book called Fully Armed Grasshoppers. It's about the armor of God, and today I'm going to introduce to you that subject. And in the first instance, why did I call it Fully Armed Grasshoppers? The reason for that is because it's based on the story of the 12 spies sent by Moses to the promised land. And when they saw the giants, 10 of them were afraid and saw themselves as grasshoppers, whereas Joshua and Caleb saw themselves as giant slayers. They could enter the land and conquer the land. And in order for us to be transformed from grasshoppers to giant slayers, we have the armor of God that's given in Ephesians chapter 6 to transform us. And so the 10 spies that saw the giants had a wrong perspective of God. They saw themselves as weak, frail grasshoppers because, like the person with the one talent in the parable that Jesus told, they had a wrong perspective of God. They saw God as a mean, hard God, whereas in the case of Joshua and Caleb, they saw God as a good God, as a faithful, reliable God that would help them overcome their giants. So the purpose of this book is really to help Christians, believers, to be strong in the Lord and in the power of His might. It says in Ephesians chapter 6, to be strong in the Lord, in the power of His might, therefore put on the full armor of God, that you may be able to overcome the wiles of the devil. Now, let me just clarify this, that the devil attacks us, mankind, in 6 major fronts or areas. And they are the area of truth, the area of your standing or righteousness with God, your identity, in other words, your peace, your emotional well-being, your faith, your mindset, and your words, your speech. And we'll come more into that. We'll deal more with that later on. In Luke chapter 11, verse 21 to 22, it says, when a strong man fully armed guards his own palace, his goods are in place, in peace. But when a stronger than he comes upon him and overcomes him, he takes from him all his armor in which he trusted and divides his spoil. This verse tells us that the armor for every person is so important, because without the armor, the strong man can come into our life and take our spoils, destroy us. The devil comes to steal, kill, and to destroy. So the Armor of God series is about exchanging our weakness for the strength of God. And so there is a putting off, a renouncing of all the bad areas of our life, and then putting on, absorbing, taking on the strength that God has for us through the armor. There is a divine exchange that takes place. It's like Iron Man in the movies, the Marvel Comics movies, that without the armor, he is a weak human being, just like everyone else. But when he puts on his iron suit, he becomes an invincible hero. And so God has given us a supernatural suit, a divine suit called the armor of God, found in Ephesians chapter 6. And this is what the whole book is about. By putting on God's divine suit, we are transformed to be overcomers and to be strong in the Lord and in His power. God bless you as you explore this series with me.